Now, can I prove that? No. I haven't done detailed research on that. If there's any indication that he was killed, he was forced off the road and killed, I don't have any background information on that. It is a hunch at this point, but a very strong hunch, because Hitler did report back, and they did set up, and this is how they do work.
Don't let him get too crazy, okay? Cram one more.
And I know that the Vatican created Wahhabism, created the jihadists. Oh yeah, they did. Jesuits. Those pesky Jesuits.
Christ, longest week ever.
They're powerful, very powerful.
I just hope we get something good.
The Black Pope, second only to Lucifer. He's the connector between Lucifer and the world service, is the Black Pope. He's the bad boy, Dolpho. Oh yeah.
It's more like Rocky.
They created Wahhabism to destroy Islam. They created Roman Catholicism to destroy Christianity. And then they branched off to destroy Christianity further. The charismatic movement, the word faith movement, prosperity to mislead. And boy, they have people hooked. Big time. There's going to be a focus on the Jews, the real Jews, by the Zionists and by the Jesuits. It's complicated, I agree. Now, recently there was 6 expelled at an airport, anti-Israel activists. So you've got this war picking up steam on the outskirts as well. They're going to turn on Israel. It's coming. But it'll probably be instigated. And keep in mind, most of the leaders in the Middle East and in Europe are Masons. Every coptic one of them. Will they throw their guys under the bus? Oh, sure will. They sure will. Be ready for it. It's coming. Now, there was a video, and I got a take on this video. This is, I have to say, an opinion. But there's a take on a video. 74-year-old former astronaut Buzz Aldrin punches a moon conspiracy stalker in the face. Well, what a go, Buzz. Punch him. Okay? And then they're writing down here, it says, this is awesome. You can't get much more entertaining than this, quote unquote. And there's a live version. I can post this thing. And it shows Buzz Aldrin, 74-year-old man, punches this big old hefty, pesky conspiracy theorist here, following him around, harassing him. So I watched this video, knowing very well that most of NASA are dadgum Masons, knowing that there is a UFO hoax that goes back to 1917. In comes John Dewey, who also screwed up our education system to their desires, literally, ever since, to bring this humanist control of our education system, dumb down our children. Started in 1917, about the same time, John Dewey. Well, John Dewey also is connected to this UFO hoax. 1917, tested in 1938 at the War of the Worlds broadcast by Orson Welles, funded by the Rockefeller Foundation through Princeton Hall University as a psychological warfare experiment. That was to test if they could see if we were gullible enough to believe that they would land on this planet. They were gullible enough, people of that era, they even shot up a water tower in a small town thinking it was one of the, that night, is tested. In comes Roswell, and 20 years later, thereabouts, NASA. You know what they came up with NASA for? Not only to waste money, but they came up with NASA to get us into space, or at least pretend like they did, or whatever, in order that we would believe that space travel was possible, in order to foment this UFO conspiracy hoax. Because the Iron Mountain Commission reports in the conclusion that one way to control people, it is documented, family, Iron Mountain Report by Lewin. It is documented that one of the objectives up some red flags. Please refute that. I'd love for you to. I got quotes from John Dewey. I got quotes from Iron Mountain Report. And most of those astronauts are Masons. Now, boy, is that a fox in the hen house or what? Boy, that brings up some red flags. Now, this so-called video of Buzz Aldrin punching this kid, I watched it. He's a big kid. He ain't no kid. He's a big boy. He's like a little pesky fella running around, and Buzz Aldrin's moving around trying to avoid him, and he's being pesky, and they say, put your hand on this Bible, swear that you went to... I said, oh, man, is this play acted or what? And then you see the punch. It's in such a way, you see the back of the conspiracy theorist here, or whatever, and at a distance of some sort, you see Buzz Aldrin punching, and the head moving. I don't know about the validity of this video. I question it. Do I have proof? No. I think I told you yes, but this video, my personal feelings, my own opinion, is a lot of garbage. They're making this up, and I believe that they acted it out in order to gain sympathy. Just like that Food for Bombs activist group, and in cahoots with Orlando police, setting this up so they could be taped in order to send it out to fire you all up, to see how despotic the government is, so eventually you'll rise up and fight. You see, all this is play acted and to get you to find out if you are apathetic or whether you're ready to go to war. Because it follows the 8 phases of a program they have. It follows 8 phases. There is an 8-phase program, by the way. Bondage, spiritual faith, great courage, liberty, abundance, the culture goes into, selfishness, complacency, and apathy. It follows a logical sequence of control of a culture that they're taught how to do it. They're taught how to lead that country, that culture, into these phases by certain crises, by Hegelian dialectic, to lead them to each phase. It is so planned out, it would blow you away to find out how we are in a fishbowl. But you know what, family? I'm going to tell you something. Well, they're not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. They have lost already. They failed. You win. But only through the blood of the Lamb, through Jesus Christ. Remember what I said. It's coming. God can be depended on. Jesus Christ can be dependent. You can't depend on these people, on humans, but you can on Jesus Christ. I want to quickly run into, very fast, some headlines, and then we're going to get into what I want to talk to today, mainly about for the next hour. In Arizona, Americans were banned from 5,500 acres, overrun by Mexican drug cartels. Boy, that's a sneaky situation. 5,000 acres, 5,500 acres. Yeah, and they sent Marines to Costa Rica that period of time. Why not send it to Arizona forest and clean it out, man? Not if you're setting up an area where they want the militia to go. Dangerous Mexican drug cartels and smugglers of illegal aliens, and they even admit, the government even admits they gave something like 30,000 firearms to the Mexican drug gangs. What have I been telling you? The U.S. government openly admits it, arming Mexican drug gangs. No, they're arming getting them ready for the assault in the United States. But they're coming into a death trap. You see. They're killing predatory animals in preparation to make the North American continent their resources, their new Atlantis. This is why they're doing it. I'll be back. Station break. You won't hear about that anywhere else.
7656. LBF. 7656. LBF, America's Most Wanted. Can you handle
International Banksters? What a joke. They wanted you to read that, and they probably did. It's not bankers. It's the Jesuits. You see what they do. New World Order punishment soon. Now, recent headline. Iceland's gateway to hell ready to erupt. Boy, these people are good. They know that we'll get the news, and we know it's so predictive programming. It's amazing to see how it works. Sometimes I laugh at it. Iran threatened serious action over BBC plans to screen a documentary series on Muslim. Stir up the pot. That's all it's about. They're going to talk about Prophet Muhammad. Oh, by the way, Prophet Muhammad is in the same royal bloodline as Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, from the kings of Seville, Spain. The Muslim Prophet Muhammad is the same royal bloodline as Queen Elizabeth, the Merovingian dynasty. And Bush is part of Charlemagne, which is part of the Merovingians as well. So do the math on that one. And now you have what they call, quote unquote, another headline, virgin surgery is popular in Canada. I kid you not. They now have surgery, according to this report, that will make a non-virgin a virgin again. Well, there you go. You don't need forgiveness for fornication. You don't need it. They got surgery that will forgive you. This is funny, actually. Virgin surgery. So if you're not a virgin, then no problem. Go to Canada, get the surgery. You're a virgin. I'm a virgin. Oh, okay. And there's proof there. I don't make this up. Family, it's there. It's a report. Can you believe it? The federal government busted for forcing American nuclear industry to become a ticking time bomb. The fallen angels, angelic demons, set up nuclear energy to kill mankind. And they frosted it with icing to make it look good back in the early 80s, the 40s, early days of 40 and 50s. They knew exactly what they were doing. They put it exactly. Of course, they had to on the waterways. But they knew exactly what they were doing because the idea is to depopulate these pesky humans. There's 40 plans that they gave their followers of Blavatsky and all them. And later, they added to it about how well atomic energy was going to be. They knew exactly what they were doing. Because now they're going to biofuels. You see how it works? It all comes in. And now you got Mexican trucks crossing the border. Finally. Is that going to make our truckers angry? Oh yeah, it's supposed to. Now they're going to have movements to shut down commerce. That's why they're allowing the Mexican trucks to come over, to set up that division in order to have a revolt and civil war. This is the purpose. This is the news behind the news. And now they're saying that the Muslims can control the world's economy through strategic bottlenecks. Oh, now the Muslims in control of economy? Wait a minute. I thought it was the Jews who were in control of the economy. Please, make up your mind. Is the Muslims going to control the economy? Or are the Jews going to control the economy? Or are the Jesuits, the Illuminati, building a division and distraction? See, I try to find these headlines that are really the most significant.